Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and joining the revolution once again from Denton, Texas, Apogee Stadium here in North Texas, as we present to you another great night of professional wrestling action combined with professional football. We're on the 50-yard line here, and we're going to see some tremendous action tonight. It is Saturday Night Lights, hosted by Matt Stryker.
This is college football, not professional, but we'll see professional wrestling as the Von Erichs and Iceman King Parsons, along with Lacey Von Erich, take on the Arrow Club with the returning Tatanka.
We're also going to see ladies in action. Robin Reed faces Sahara 7 tonight, but we're going to open up with a championship match, the Revolutionary title on the line. It is Damon Windsor defending against the undefeated Retro Randy Price. Could Randy walk away champion tonight?
This has been the moment that Randy has been waiting for. He has been wanting this match for quite some time, as he's felt like this undefeated streak has deserved it. I'm sorry, I spoke over you there, Matt Stryker. My apologies.
Here comes the challenger, Retro Randy Price. Gonna take it back old school and hopefully take it back as a champion when this match is over. At least that's what he definitely wants. Randy Price has put together an undefeated streak in singles action, and Randy always so popular here with all the fans, no matter where we are, whether it's Texas, Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, Oklahoma, wherever world class goes, Randy Price knows how to make that connection with the fans.
Absolutely. Retro Randy here is looking to make Damon Windsor an old school sucker here tonight.
Randy Price. Well, no, he's showing the moves that he was taught by the coach, Gary Toole. But the fun and games are all about to be over. The second son, Damon Windsor, along with the mysterious Anna Lynn.
That just... I swear, every time you say that, I think it almost hurts you to say that about Anna Lynn. And this is a marvelous woman. But the one thing you forgot to say is he is Revolutionary Champion.
Well, there's no question his lengthy title reign here, as Windsor, preceded by Anna Lynn, to the ring here, putting the Revolutionary Championship on the line. And as I've said on many occasions before, when we have seen Damon Windsor defend that championship against so many different competitors, he has found one way or another to survive, to escape with the championship. But in many of those ways, it's not exactly been a situation where he has been the definitive winner. He has just found a way to...
I'm sorry, he's still champion, isn't he?
Well, he is still champion.
Then stop making excuses, because it doesn't matter if you want to say definitive or not. The point is he's still champion, which makes him the definitive champion.
Damon Windsor holding that championship aloft, using it as a symbol to indicate how much better he is. And Matt Stryker calling for the bell as Windsor hands the title belt over to Anna Lynn. You can see referee James Beard reaching for that championship belt himself, but
yeah, we definitely
Windsor always puts it in the clutches of Anna Lynn.
We know for one thing's for certain right here that we can determine, and this match hasn't even begun. You know what that is? Is that Stryker needs to learn that it's the referee that signals for the bell.
Well,
he can't just simply tell them to ring the bell. Anna Lynn was still in the ring.
That's true, and she does need to vacate the premises. We saw last week just how a woman's interaction in a match could potentially cost her man a match. And
yeah, but Anna Lynn has been around long enough. She knows better.
What does Windsor do? He's calling Anna Lynn back up.
Oh, okay, it's a moment here. Give him
it's
a
a
moment.
moment. Yeah, it's a creepy moment.
It is not a creepy moment. You think
What are
prayer
they
is
doing?
creepy?
I mean, is that prayer they're doing? Or are they communicating telepathically? Is that some sort of like an Eskimo kiss? I can't tell what's going on there.
Are you insulting this man's belief?
No, I'm just...
Are you throwing shade at this man's wisdom? Because quite frankly, he's definitely in a better position than you.
Well, that's what he would say. That's true.
What do you mean that's what he would say?
Because he believes he's in a better position than all of us, and if all of us would just follow him and do as he says, that he could lead us all to greatness and glory, and I don't think that that's what most of the fans here believe.
Well, we know that you thinking has put you where you're at these days.
All right, collar and elbow tie-up attempted there earlier, and now back to it as Price trying to force Windsor back to the corner. That's not going to work because Windsor definitely the size and weight advantage, the leverage advantage.
I would venture to say the power game as well. Not just the size and weight, but he's got the power.
He knows how to use both of those things to execute that power advantage. And Windsor also with the experience advantage, although only by a couple of years. But that's still plenty in this game. Price with a quick left jab. Ducks underneath, and again with a left.
Oh, and it follows up with a right cross, too.
Big combinations there, but Windsor going to grab him, literally throw him into the corner, going to try for the big forearm. He misses that, and Price now taking advantage of the opportunity. Punches and jabs all over the body of Damon Windsor.
Well, this is a big match for both guys. Damon Windsor's revolutionary title's on the line, but Retro Randy's undefeated singles streak is at stake as well.
And Windsor now going in for the pin. Only good enough for two, though. Windsor, though, cool, calm, and methodical. As Price trying to fire up here, trying to keep pressing that advantage, which is one big strike from Windsor. Really rocking Randy's world and not the way he usually wants it rocked. Windsor charging in, but nobody home. Price going to gain that distance, going to charge in himself. You can see him flailing the arms, but they did make connection.
Just barely, though, as we see Randy, though, he's following it up with one more clothesline. He has Windsor hooked, but only for a second.
He's going to go for the Bulldog, but instead a sidewalk slam by Damon Windsor. And Windsor now in for the pin. 1, 2, but a relatively non-traditional pin, not really putting his whole body weight over Price. And I don't think we've seen Windsor do this before. It's like almost an overestimation of the damage that he's done to his opponent. And it oftentimes prolongs these matches, perhaps.
Prolongs them, or is he being cerebral about this match? I would tend to think he's being cerebral. I know you would like to think otherwise, and you don't want to give this man the credit he deserves. But Damon Windsor has...
Look right there. Look right there. Anna Lynn digging her fingernails in the eyes of Randy Price. And don't make up some excuse. Don't come up with some sort of creative thing about what she was doing. There's no denying what you just saw there, Travis.
I mean, all I saw is that she was just putting the face right into her hand, trying to impart wisdom. That Windsor wisdom on top of Retro Randy.
I should know better by now. Okay.
Well, we said earlier and we established that you thinking is what got you to where you are. So, now, Damon Windsor is right back to work on what he should be on Retro Randy. And now look at that, he's just hurting Randy.
Huge heel throw, and Price's body like a rag doll tossed all the way across the ring as Windsor shows the crowd the power in the palm of his hand.
Where it's been from the start.
But Price still not dying. Price still trying to fight back.
No avail there as he got thrown straight back down, and a nice stomp to the back. Simple and effective. Now he's trying to impart some of that wisdom, that Windsor wisdom on the North Texas crowd.
You say impart the wisdom. It was more to me like a demand as he was telling the crowd to bow down, as if they're supposed to worship him.
The wisdom, that's what I'm talking about there. If they would just listen to his wisdom, then it would be to their benefit.
This chin lock here by Windsor, not as effective as he would like, as Price able to get that vertical base underneath him. shots to the midsection break that hold as Windsor off the ropes. Price off the ropes, twice off the ropes. Windsor not sure where he's coming or going from, and a big leaping forearm. Price going to come over, hooks the leg, and not quite two out of it. As Windsor way too close to the ring ropes anyway, he could easily have broken the hold that way. Now Price back in the middle, going to have to continue. He knows that if he can continue to punch Damon Windsor around the head, that seems to be the weak area that he has found. Oh, nice drop kick there. Take that height advantage away. Gonna hook the DDT and drive Windsor's head straight into the mat.
Oh, that could be it.
Price over. Price with the cover one. Oh, what's the...
Oh, Anna
Lynn. Anna Lynn saving her man and saving the match as she holds the Revolutionary Championship again. Why is she allowed to keep control of that?
Well, why
Shouldn't
is
that be
Randy...
in a neutral corner?
Why is Randy paying any attention?
Oh, look out! Woo! Almost an unfortunate collision there.
Oh,
that was a kind of a collision. Price rolling up. O'Connor roll. Two.
Oh, he got it!
He got it! Did he get it?
He did!
He did! James Beard handing the championship to Randy Price.
He did, he got it! Wow, Retro Randy!
The undefeated streak continues as Randy Price has become the Revolutionary Champion.
Unbelievable, that quick second, that momentary mishap by Anna Lynn cost Damon Windsor the Revolutionary title.
And the era of retro goodness now begins as the Revolutionary Championship solidly in the hands of Randy Price. Damon Windsor has got to be beside himself. The plan's completely backfiring, but we got a new Revolutionary Champion. Fans, we've still got more to come. We're going to take a break and be back after this.
Making her way to the ring, she hails from Cairo, Egypt. She is the queen incarnate,
Sahara 7 making her way to the ring as we are about to have ladies action here in World Class. I'm still amazed that we finally have a brand new Revolutionary Champion, the former Randy Price. The undefeated streak continues as he is now the Revolutionary Champion. And now we're moving on to women's action as here comes Sahara 7. I couldn't quite hear what Matt Stryker said there, except I heard it involved the word queen, and I know how you are about queens and royalty, Travis. I'm sure that you're going to expect me to bow down and scrape feet and who knows what here to Sahara 7.
I mean, you just took the words right out of my mouth. You saved me the
Sometimes it
time.
happens. Sometimes that happens. Sahara 7 from Egypt, international star.
Her Majesty, as you refer to.
Well,
her opponent, she is one of your own, a graduate from North Texas. She calls herself the Black Diamond. Please welcome home, Robin Reed.
Robin Reed making her way home here to the University of North Texas. She is another nationally traveled individual, has competed all over the United States, especially down in the southeastern region around the state of Florida. You and I, Travis, of course, have had the opportunity to see Robin Reed in the ring before, not just here in World Class, but in other areas around North Texas and southern Oklahoma. She is an incredibly talented individual.
Yes.
She calls herself the Black Diamond, and will obviously have the hometown advantage here, coming back to her alma mater, the University of North Texas.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the fans love her.
They do. They certainly do. She's very, very popular. And she's very, very skilled as well, training with Booker T at Booker T's school in Houston, Texas.
Oh, yes. I'm telling you, Texas, we love our people here.
There's a great tradition of professional wrestling in Texas, and that's why it's always great when we're able to come at you from the great state of Texas. And this will indeed be a great match. Ladies action here. And you hear the fight song of UNT.
Absolutely.
And she's moving along with it. Fans, We're going to get this action underway when we come back after this. All right, referee Nick Chin calls for the bell, and we are underway here. Ladies action from the University of North Texas, Sahara 7 and Robin Reed. As Reed wrenching the arm here, and 7 going underneath to control the action, reversing around.
7. Where have I heard that name before?
Oh, it's a popular movie with Brad Pitt.
No. I mean, this was I feel like this was an actual person. Felt like it was like a ghost-like figure. I swear I thought I saw him looking in my window one night.
I think I remember what you're referring to. Nonetheless, Sahara 7 hopefully is no relation to
It must be just a bad childhood memory. I'm sorry.
Robin Reed working her way out of that leg lock. And a little bit of a taunt there on her home ground.
Home ground? Hometown? Is that what you're trying to go for there?
Either way. Home territory.
There you go. That works too.
Sahara charging in with Robin Reed with the go behind, and a nice snapmare puts Reed right back down in the middle of the ring. Oh, good reversal there. Nice amateur work here from both of these women. Good mat-based wrestling. As Reed leverages her way up, trying to control the head. Oh, look at that grapevine that leg around in order to reverse position.
Yeah, it's just dropped her straight down.
Again, very intelligent and well-controlled amateur-style wrestling here from both of these women. As, again, Sahara works her way out of it, and a big forearm straight to the face of Robin Reed.
You hear the UNT chants going on in the background for Miss Robin Reed. But right now, Sahara's got control of this matchup.
Well, Reed loses her footing there, trying to springboard off the corner, but unable to get up, and straight into a rear waist lock by 7.
No, 7 saw it coming there.
Again, Reed, trying to do the same thing one more time. And, that face buster.
Got caught for the second time. You go to the well one too many times, and it's still not going to work out.
And referee Nick Chin signals a 2 count for Sahara 7. Oh, big knee strike right under the chin of Robin Reed.
I thought I saw a tooth fly there for a second. And now we see Miss Sahara 7, Her Majesty Irish whip into the corner.
This time she finally got the springboard up and over, and now Reed's just run into a straight shoulder block, putting Sahara 7 down. Reed off the rope again. Not going to hook those shoulders. Turn her over into a pinning combination. But again, just 2. And Sahara 7 going to roll to the outside, going to break that momentum, or try to, but I don't think Robin Reed's going to give her the opportunity. Looking maybe for a suicide dive, and 7 quickly moves out of the way of that. As the Queen is a little upset with her court. Oh, big boot straight to the face of Robin Reed, or by Robin Reed.
Yeah, that field goal went straight through the uprights there.
And Reed now going to go outside to pursue the advantage here, picking 7 up off the floor and rolling her, going to drag really back into the ring.
Pick her up. Let's just call it what it is there.
Reed getting a little bit mouthy with 7, and I'll trade some blows back and forth on the outside of the ring.
Yeah, Sahara's not going to take that line down. Instead, she's just going to face plant her right on the apron. Hardest part of the ring is that apron.
And Matt Stryker trying to clean a bit of debris off the ring apron there. But
what's Stryker even doing over there?
He's trying to clean the ring to make sure it's a clear surface for both competitors. And apparently
his job is to announce. His job is here to announce the participants. It's not to play janitor. Hip attack.
Reed using the... Just dropping her full weight down on Reed in the corner.
That could do it here.
And so close.
Nearly spoiled the homecoming there for Robin Reed.
7 now to show off the power to hoist her up fireman's carry style. Where's she going to go with this? Fall away slam.
We call that the Egyptian drop here.
And we still can't get a 3 count out of it as Robin Reed continues to fight in this battle.
Her Majesty goes right back to work, though.
Reed shoving Sahara off down to pick up fireman's carry of her own. Gonna twist her out and drop her down TKO style. Reed rolls over for the cover, and Reed with the victory.
and spun her around for that TKO maneuver. I guess we can call that the Texas knockout tonight.
Robin Reed able to gain a tremendous homecoming return here to her alma mater, a hard-fought victory, and perhaps the Queen will have to find some different way to have people celebrate her grandness in a future encounter between these two. But
better watch your phrasing there, you peasant.
Robin Reed celebrating with the assembled UNT people here. Fans, when we come back, six-man tag team championship match on the line. Okay, fans, this was 2 weeks ago. You see right there a fireball from Al Farad straight in the face of Marshall Von Erich during the tag team championship triple threat match. This allowed the Arrow Club, Kyle and Kid Cash, to beat the Von Erichs for world-class tag team championships. And there you see Ross calling for a towel or some sort of way to try and tend to his brother's face. Nonetheless, we were very thankful that those burns were only superficial. He could have lost an eye.
Coulda, shoulda, but guess what? It didn't happen. So just superficials. But now, tonight, coming up right now, we're going to see the Von Erichs and Iceman King Parsons once again take on the Arrow Club, and this time Tatanka has joined the fray.
First, please welcome our special guest referee. He has been in charge of over 1,000 championship matches, Mr. James Beard.
James Beard, one of the most highly respected referees in the business. I remember watching him in the Global Wrestling Federation in the 90s, which emanated here out of the Dallas area.
At a total combined weight of 714 pounds from the reservation, the team of the Chickasaw Warrior Coyotes, the Tomahawk Kid Cash, and the Native American Tatanka. They are the Arrow Club.
And this is a massive surprise because the last time we saw Tatanka here in World Class, Arrow Club was trying to recruit him and he refused to join them. But I guess in his absence, the recruitment efforts have continued, and you see Tatanka joining the new World Class Tag Team Champions, Kyle up front, Kid Cash in the back, and the Native American warrior, Tatanka.
The real American.
Well, I would say, they're all real Americans.
No. The natives had claim to this land first. You should know this is a history guide, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not saying that. I'm just making the point that Tatanka calls himself a real American because of his background. The natives were here first. This is all of their land, and we're just living in it. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm actually Seminole and Cherokee, so you're invading our land. You should feel welcome that we keep you around, Burnham.
I've been told that so many times.
I bet you have. I'm sure you have.
Tatanka, Coyote, and Kid Cash assembled here together, but they're going to have a strong challenge ahead of them.
And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Introducing their opponents. First, making his way to the ring, he is the world-class king of cool, the Iceman King Parsons.
All right, first man out the gate here on the opposing side, the legend himself, a man who has an arguable claim to being the first African-American world heavyweight champion, the Iceman King Parsons. A long, storied career for this individual who is so happy to be back competing in professional wrestling here at World Class. And he is a longtime friend and to be fair, sometimes foe of the Von Erichs, but tonight he finds himself once again aligned on their side.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't bring his walker with him today.
Oh, now give it a rest, Travis. Come on.
Oh, no. We need to give Iceman a rest here. As a matter of fact, I think the home called it past his bedtime.
You just keep making comments like that, and Iceman's going to come over here. He's going to show you why he's called the Iceman. You know why he's called the Iceman, right?
Why? Because he actually put ice in his drink today and he said it was too cold?
Because he used to break pieces of ice, break blocks of ice with his fist when he was training as a boxer.
Oh, I bet that was back when he was in his 20s, right? He's now in his mid-80s. Barely can walk straight without his cane. Again, that's why I'm surprised he doesn't have his walker with him today.
Iceman King Parsons is more than capable of holding his own in the ring.
Oh, I know. He can hold up that cane really well. He holds up that walker sturdy. I mean, this guy is really good. Matter of fact, I saw him pop a wheelie in a wheelchair not too long ago, too. The home said he is quite the entertainer.
You just keep doing it, Travis. You just keep going. And one day, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. You're going to have a meeting with the Iceman in the back. It's not going to go your way. Iceman King Parsons.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did have a meeting with Iceman. They actually put ice on my little bruise here, and it didn't go my way because they said the bruise would go away.
Living legend, the Iceman King Parsons.
Well, you may not be the most respectful individual towards this man, but the assembled fans here remember that the Iceman, and what he used to be here and what he still is capable of doing in the world-class ring. And he's not here alone. He's got backup.
Please welcome the Iceman's partners, accompanied to the ring by the one and only Bill Colville, as well as the daughter of the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, the fabulous Lacey Von Erich. Then, our Dayton Joe, the prodigal sons, have come home. Please give a big Texas welcome to Ross and Marshall.
Man, you would think Matt Striker himself was a Von Erich with as long of an entrance intros he was giving there. My Lord.
There are few individuals who have such legendary status amongst themselves as the Von Erich family, and you see there, Marshall Von Erich, all healed up from the burns of the fireball, together with his brother Ross and their cousin, the beautiful Lacey Von Erich. It is the first time that all three third-generation Von Erichs have been at the same wrestling event at the same time.
Well, it is definitely good to see that those burns were superficial, but Lacey is on fire right now.
The Von Erichs are here to continue the tradition that their fathers, Kerry and Kevin.
Hi, Lacey. Come on over here. I'll make sure to welcome you to World Class the proper way.
I've already warned her about you, Travis.
Are you kidding? You haven't warned her about anything. You don't even have the guts to talk to a woman that beautiful.
In any event, the tradition of the Von Erichs from this generation back to the previous with Kerry, Kevin, David, Mike, and Chris, and of course their father, Fritz Von Erich, all of it Texas-born and Texas-bred. And the tradition continues right here as Ross and Marshall will team with the world-class legend, the Iceman King Parsons, to take on the Arrow Club.
And you know what? I gotta hand it to the Von Erichs. It is absolutely wonderful that they were able to get their grandpa out of the home to come out for a visit today.
No, that's not how it works. That's not what it is.
Oh, I know that's not how it works. Because you have to go to the home, you have to sign a waiver and check them out and everything like that. No, I know it's a tedious process. That's why they're such good kids. Gotta give it to them.
Tag team action. Are you ready?
I feel like I've heard that phrase somewhere before.
Possibly.
Well, I mean, I guess Matt Striker, if he's going to do it right, he wants to be the best in the game. So, I mean,
And we're going to have to get one man chosen from each team here as the Aero Club taunting the Von Erichs with those tag team championship belts and all. It may break down here before the match even starts, because you got hot tempers from the hot action that happened a couple of weeks ago with that fireball that led to the Aero Club winning the tag team championships, even though they had nothing to do with that at all. You see Kyle, look at Kyle right there mocking the situation, putting his hand over the left eye to simulate what almost happens to Marshall Von Erich.
Well, you can't blame the Aero Club for that because you can't blame them for that because it wasn't their fault.
No, you're right. It's not their fault, but that doesn't mean that they have to be so disrespectful about a very serious situation.
Oh well, I mean, all's well. I mean, look at that. He's not hurt. He's doing fine. The burns were just superficial. So cry me a river, move forward, and shut up about it now.
Referee James Beard gonna take the belts and hand them outside to Matt Stryker.
Let's clarify. This exactly.
This is a six-man match, not a tag team or four-man tag team match. Nonetheless, if the Von Erichs are able to be victorious here, it could give them some consideration. And of course, they do have a rematch clause, I'm sure, to face the Aero Club at a future World Class Revolution event.
Did you? Okay, well, you know what, Berno, you are fumbling all over. Let's get something straight. First off, this is a six-man tag team matchup, non-title tag team matchup, even though you were trying to allude to a title match right before we went to commercial. That is not what we have here.
Well, look, Kid Cash can grab a chair here. What's this all about?
Well, he is the tomahawk after all. You got to bring it down sometimes.
This thing may break down again before it even starts.
Lacey, you better step back there, girl. And look at Tanaka.
Tatanka. It's pronounced Tatanka, Travis.
Wow.
Speaking of it,
that line he gave me last week.
It's really still kicking in here even after all that time, isn't it?
Well, it's not just that. It's the fact that, I let it ferment for an extra week, and man, did it have some kick to it today.
We've gotten the chair rid, and hopefully we'll get this action underway after we come back from this commercial message. All right, fans, we seem to have gotten some order restored here, and the match officially underway. It's going to be Ross Von Erich starting for his team against Kaya, who is...
Look at this. He's offering his hand as a sign.
Wow. That's real respectful there.
Well, I was about to say he was probably offering his hand as a make peace sort of thing, since he, as you alluded to earlier, was poking fun at the burn that took place a couple weeks ago. And man, that was a scary situation, was it not?
That was a very, very scary situation when we saw that fireball thrown in the face. And fans, if you want to see exactly what it is that happened in that scenario, you can subscribe to the Patreon at worldclassprowrestling.com. It's a great service, starting at just $4.99 per month. You can see all the past episodes of World Class Revolution Television. You can see internet-exclusive matches, things that you're only going to find on our website. Just $4.99 per month. Go to the Patreon, go to World Class Pro Wrestling, and find out more information.
And it's just $4.99?
That's all it is.
That's damn near cheaper than some networks.
All right. So, with Ross Von Erich in control here of Coyote, as a shoot off there by Coyote, shoulder tackle, and down goes one half of the World Class Tag Team Champions. Von Erich off the rope, back and cross. Big leapfrog there by Coyote. Oh, an arm drag. Nice deep arm drag there by Coyote in the middle of the ring.
Coyote has really seemed to have given himself a reignition or a reinvigoration, if you will, ever since Kid Cash has come back to the Aero Club. Look at it. He's now a tag team champion again. They've got Tatanka on their side. Things are just going right for the Aero Club recently.
Coyote certainly has really found a great position as a leader of this Aero Club. It very much is his idea, all the rhetoric that the Aero Club puts forward about this being their territory, their reservation. But right now, all that rhetoric is doing no good, as the Von Erichs are working very nicely there with a big drop kick from Ross.
Oh yeah, one drop kick.
And Coyote's to the outside. Ross going to go out and get him, throw him back into the ring, not giving him the opportunity to regroup. And Ross Von Erich now in control, dragging Coyote into the corner, tags his brother. Here comes Marshall Von Erich. And a little bit of a double team maneuver here. Oh, nice drop kick. Look at the elevation that Marshall Von Erich got on that. And Kid Cash having to come in and break that pin attempt over, or it could very well have been over. The match could have been over right there.
tell you what I saw there was that one dirty foot from there. I mean, that was just, did you not see the dirt on there? How dare he step in the ring with those dirty feet?
Well, I'm sure he wiped his feet as you're taught to do in professional wrestling.
Obviously he didn't. I can see the black spot. Look at you, see it right there on his heel.
You know, you can only get so much taken care of. Nonetheless, Marshall Von Erich with the chin lock, almost into a side headlock. As Coyote getting that vertical base back underneath him. Oh, look at that nice drop toe hold, tagging into Kid Cash.
And now here comes Kid Cash, a very worried and well-traveled veteran in his own right there. Former Cruiserweight champion, former Tag Team champion, former X-Division champion as well. This guy was a part of the original ECW and created a niche for himself down there. Had a great high-flying offensive.
Oh, wow, look at that overhand chop right to the chest of Marshall Von Erich as we tag in the most senior member of the Arrow Club as far as experience goes, and that is Tatanka. And it looks like Ross Von Erich doesn't want to let things go as they are triple teaming his brother in the corner. Referee James Beard having to intercept Ross and get him back to the corner, and then that's even the Iceman. The Iceman about to come in and going to lay some things down.
Now, how dare you call Tatanka the senior member of this team? We already know there's only one senior citizen.
That's not. It didn't say senior citizen.
Yeah, there's one senior member. There is one senior citizen though, and that's the man that just stepped back out on the apron. Grandpa needs to be careful right there. I don't know if he may have had too much cough medicine today.
Marshall Von Erich picking up Tatanka, slamming him in the middle of the ring now that action has been restored one-on-one. And again, Kid Cash making himself known quite well and useful in the role of breaking up those pins. Of course, Cash trained by legendary tag team specialist Ricky Morton. So he understands tag team wrestling perhaps better than many other individuals have. They're speaking of Morton. There's the double drop kick that the Rock and Roll Express were so famous for, but not able to secure the pin off of their version.
As I say, you know that this is not the Rock and Roll Express,
well,
right?
I'm very familiar with the Rock and Roll Express.
I get that. I just said you know that this is not them,
I
right?
know it's not them.
Okay, so then why would you even refer to them as such? Von Erichs are right now here in the ring with a nice running knee there. I'll give the props there to Ross there.
Ross colliding with Tatanka, goes for the pin attempt, and again, Cash from the outside.
From the outside, he did not step in the ring.
He didn't, but he still was able to break up the pin. All right, now tag, and legally, Kid Cash in the ring. And I think Cash wants the Iceman.
Oh my, you know, Cash, you're going to need to be extremely careful with him. You could break his hip here.
No.
Oh, okay.
Again, no, that's not how it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. You may actually injure his wrist if you're not careful there. I heard carpal tunnel is dangerous in people.
Does that look like carpal tunnel to you? That looks like strong right hands to me. Oh, a little flip-flop and fly maybe, and a double jab from both sides as the Iceman juking and jiving.
Well, they just had a recent prom over there at the Grandma and Grandpa prom. Yes, indeed. I did hear that Iceman was a hit with the ladies there. I mean, they were taking their gums out for him and everything.
The Iceman can still get down with the back. Oh, well, speaking of getting down, that was down and dirty, a low blow by Kid Cash, who now goes straight to the eyes, raking the eyes. And now across the back.
Kid Cash, he's no joke whatsoever. You cannot look at the other way when you're dealing with Kid Cash there. And Iceman now is going to find out. And you were calling this man a senior citizen earlier.
I never said he was a senior.
You did call him a senior.
I said he was the most senior member of the Arrow Club.
There's only one senior that is in the ring right now, and that's Iceman, who right now is being put on ice by the real American, the Native American, Tatanka.
You can say he's been put on ice, but he hasn't been put off his feet by Tatanka yet. Although right now he's out, and
well, you better make sure he doesn't go on his back, because you might not be able to pick him up. Somebody better give him a nice little, what's it called? Everybody should have life alert.
Iceman making his presence known as he drags Tatanka out of the corner and moves over to his own, tags in Ross Von Erich and Marshall in as well. And the Von Erichs going to accomplish a little dual team maneuvers there on the Native American, the real American, Tatanka. Oh, from the front, look at this tag team continuity.
All right, referee,
brothers.
when you gonna get the one guy out of there like you should? Allowing them to be in there and double team is very illegal.
That's right. Get Coyote out of the ring. He should not have been there.
Oh, stop it, Burnham. Stop being illogical. Now look at that. Ross Von Erich now legally back in the ring.
And Ross going to work on Tatanka and ramming his head into that top turnbuckle. You know, just say what you will about Tatanka and apparently his changed attitude towards the Aero Club and towards the fans here at World Class. The man is still in tremendous shape.
Absolutely.
He is still in peak physical condition for a man that has been competing as long as he has.
I mean, he was at one time, he had an undefeated
Yes, he
streak
did.
himself.
Yes, he did. A very well-known undefeated
Oh,
streak.
come on now. Get Marshall out of there.
Marshall and the Iceman both trying to come to the rescue of Ross as
Yeah, I guess Grandpa forgot the rules too. It's that senile age thing. I understand.
no, you are just I'm going to write a letter specifically to the members of the World Class Board of Directors saying to please issue a statement before this broadcast not to allow anybody to blame anyone except for you for all these comments of ageism. I don't want any of this to fall back on me.
I mean, I'm not looking for it to fall.
Or World Class. It's all you. You're the one calling them old over and over.
I mean, I'm sure that they'll let Iceman know too, but you better tell him to turn that Whistler 3000 back on so that he can hear it.
Rear chin lock now by Kid Cash on Ross Von Erich in the middle of the ring. I'm pretty sure there was a bit of an eye gouge there as well as Cash moves his way back towards his
down
corner.
eye gouging here. Okay, wonderful.
Tag to Coyote. And now some double teaming here on the part of the World Class Tag Team Champions, showing why they are Tag Team Champions and Tag Team continuity. And very close to a 3 count there by James Beard.
Great double suplex there. Not enough to put down Ross Von Erich. Speaking as a proud Cherokee and Seminole tribe representative myself, the Aero Club in firm control right now in this 6-man tag.
And you see a sleeper hold here now by Kyle, by a jawjacker from Ross Von Erich, who can quickly make a tag to the corner. Here comes the Iceman.
Oh, quickly, huh? Quickly. Oh, that's, look at that. Better help Grandpa in the ring.
Well, apparently Kyle couldn't get back up from that in the time it took our Iceman to get in the ring.
And a right hand there. Again, I'm telling you, be careful.
Kyle staggered, Kyle down. What's the Iceman going to do here? He's going to pick him up.
Oh, he's pulling.
Probably just oh, come on, again. How many times are you going to do that?
What do you mean how many times?
Well, that's what took down the Iceman before. And that time I'm for sure the referee James Beard would have been in position to see it, but nonetheless, Tag and the Tag Team Champions again working very nicely together as Kid Cash comes in and cinches in that rear chin lock on Iceman King Parsons.
You know, they told Iceman King Parsons that he was going to be facing 3 members of the Aero Club tonight. You know what he said to them?
I can't, I'm afraid to ask. Go ahead, tell me.
What? They had to tell him again because he couldn't hear what they were saying, even though that they were right there.
Again, fans, the comments of Travis are his and his alone. Please don't blame World Class or me.
Oh, you know what was even better? When they told him who his tag team partners were, he had to say, oh, I thought, you're telling me the Von Erichs are here? You're telling me Carrie's here? You're telling me they're here? And then they had to break the news to him that no, it was Ross and Marshall. And then all of a sudden he again said, what?
He knows who they are. He's tagged with them before. He's not.
Hey, listen. You can't blame the poor guy. Elderly gets to us all at one point in time. He just seemingly forgot that it was Ross and Marshall. Just like he forgot you don't want to be on the other end of the corner.
Well, thankfully he makes it to his own corner and tags in Marshall as he was getting attacked by both Kid Cash and Coyote. But Marshall Von Erich now taking over in the middle of the ring on Kid Cash. And Marshall mostly for a diving cannonball in the corner. And it looks like it very well may be the end of the line here for Kid Cash. Marshall going for the cover too. And this time Tatanka having to make a way in to break that pin up.
No, Tatanka said, not today. This match is still going.
I think Marshall making a signal there to his brother Ross. Nope, he's going to go for the pinfall here again. And way too close to the ring ropes there as Cash just reaches out to break that pin. Marshall up. Marshall going to go for the claw. Marshall going to go for the iron claw. Cash it around, trying to make sure it doesn't get securely locked in. Now all 6 men in the ring. This match is breaking down right here. Big uppercut there by Ross. Iceman working over Kyle in the corner.
He better be careful.
And the Iron Claw! The Iron Claw on Kid Cash. This time directly on. No questions asked.
Well, the referee has lost all control.
Marshall and Kid Cash are the legal men in the match.
But no, not like this. Not like this.
Referee sees the shoulders down, and that's it. The Von Erichs and the Iceman are victorious.
Well, I guess old Grandpa's gonna have a good old story to tell to all the ladies there when he goes back. When he gets back to the home there, I'm sure that they're gonna celebrate with all kinds of water and everything you can imagine there. I know that those old folks out there party hardcore.
Your athletic director, responsible for this night, please give a warm thank you to Ryan Bacon.
He's the athletic director?
Yes, he is.
I think you might want to change the first word in that.
And look at what's Coyote doing now? Okay, Coyote, you lost. And Lacey with the claw bomb on Coyote.
Lacey Von Erich, Ross Von Erich, Marshall Von Erich, Denton, Texas, give it up for the Von Erich.
That's a Texas girl right there for you.
That's right. This is the third generation of Von Erich tradition continuing in here in world class. The Von Erichs supreme in their hometown, on their home field. Fans, thank you for tuning in. Join us next week as the Revolution will be televised.